Hey there, Vicky. Is now a good time to talk? I actually had a little thing that I wanted to ask you. Oh, hey there, Lana. Don't tell me that you're about to ask for what I think you are. Again. Oh, but come on, you know how important this is to me, and I don't have anyone else that I can go to about this. I understand that, but it's not like you're asking for some kind of simple favor that's just one and done. I know, but you have to know that it's not like I want to have to ask you like this, right? It's just that you've always been someone that I can count on, and I really, really need your help right now. You know I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't serious, right? You say that, but I'm just wondering if you really tried everything that you can do first. Because I just feel like you and your husband are always asking me for favors. And the last time when you came to ask me if I could give you any money, you said it would be the last time that you asked for anything. I know I said that, but that was only because I thought that things were going fine with Rick and his job search. Needless to say, things did not exactly go as we hoped they would. Well, look, I'm not trying to say that Rick hasn't or isn't trying really hard to look for a job or anything like that. But do you think you can really say that you're doing everything possible to support him as well? I mean, I would think that since the both of you work, there should be at least some wiggle room financially. But I am trying. I'm working really hard to do everything that I can, but the thing is that I just can never get enough shifts at work. And I think that my boss is actually trying to keep me from working sometimes. Actually, I guess I should tell you that I quit my job because I thought my boss was bullying me. But this always happens. My bosses come on to me and then get mad when I turn them down, and so then they cut my hours. I'm sorry, Lana, but just to make sure that we're on the same page, you are 33 years old, right? Yeah, I am, but what does any age have to do with anything that I've been telling you here, Vicky? Well, I wonder if it might not just have more to do with your personality than being some kind of the way to get back at you. No, I am telling you that I am trying really hard. I really want things to work out. None of this is my fault. It's all other people trying to bully me into doing whatever they want me to do. Besides, the thing that you don't seem to understand is that I'm just prettier than the other people my age. I guess you wouldn't understand that, but this is something that I've just had to deal with all my life. Well, I think that some of that might just be in your head. I mean, if you really think that you're always the prettiest in the room, then maybe look around a little more. Besides, I already know that it's not exactly like you like working. You've already talked about how if you could, you would make it so that you never have to work again. Okay, so maybe some of that is true, but that still doesn't mean that I'll refuse to work and the situation calls for it. Wait a second, that reminds me. You said that you had some business partner of yours whose CEO was looking for a secretary, right? You know, that's the kind of job that sounds just perfect to me. I think I would make a really great secretary now that I think about it. Huh? You make it sound as if being a secretary has been a dream job of yours or something. But I also wonder if that's because you don't quite understand just how much work that would actually entail. I mean, it really isn't an easy position, and if you're just picturing sitting around at a desk all day, then you've got things very wrong. Well, then what if you hired Rick for your company? After all, you are the CEO, so you should be able to make that happen easily, right? I mean, on paper, yes, I could make that happen. But given that I would be hiring my brother-in-law, that wouldn't look very good on me. But Rick is more than welcome to apply to the company and go through the hiring process if he wants. The only thing that I know you've told me about how Rick can have angry outbursts and has a habit of sloughing off his work onto others. Not only that, but you've also told me that he's gotten into trouble for taking time off without telling anyone beforehand. He's just a very idiosyncratic guy, that's all. I promise you that he's not really as bad as he sounds. Look, I understand the position you're in, and this pains me to say this, but maybe you should rethink your relationship with Rick. Vicky! What is the matter with you? How could you even say something like that to me? You really think that I should leave my husband just because he doesn't make a ton of money? I honestly can't believe that I'm hearing something like that from my own sister. You do know that it's not like I married him for his money-making skills in the first place, right? I married him because I love him. Okay then, Lana, if you two really love each other so much, then it makes it all the more difficult to believe that the two of you have really exhausted every option to support one another. I'm sorry, Vicky, I'm really not trying to pick a fight with you over this. Look, I'll go and try to find another job, I promise. I just need a little support, and that's all that I really want to ask of you, okay? I really do want to help you, and I want to believe that this time it will be different, but we've done this song and dance so many times before. Please, I promise you that this time really is going to be different. You have my word. I mean, you know that we have to take care of Erin. She just started high school, so that fact is at the top of all our other expenses. We've also got a growing teenage daughter to help put through school. Did you know that Erin didn't even have a cell phone? Wait a second, your daughter is in high school and she doesn't have a cell phone? We just can't afford it. It's not that we don't want to give her one, but we just can't make it work. But what about even a simple data plan with a really basic phone? It's really important for a girl her age to be able to stay in contact with her friends. You have to at least get her a cell phone, Lana. Well, I am telling you that we just can't afford it. Although you could always buy her a phone and pay for her plan if you wanted to. Okay, fine, I can do that. I'll go and pick out a phone and buy a SIM card, and then I'll send it to your house. Just ask Erin what kind of phone she wants. Well, I'm really happy that you want to help out your niece so badly, but there's still the question of how you can help Rick and I. I think that you're asking me for a lot of trust right now, Lana. I mean, every time I've helped you in the past, you stop talking to me completely until you need more help. You really don't do a good job of making the people who help you feel like they're appreciated beyond what they can do for you. Well, if you want me to call you and talk to you more often, you should have just said so. I promise to keep you updated about my job hunt, and I'll let you know if I find anything. I mean, did you know that we can't even afford to pay all of our utility bills? So now it's a matter of choosing between water, electricity, or gas this month. Okay, I get it, but I want you to know that I am not giving this money to help you and Rick, but to help your daughter. But this really is going to be the last time that I help you out. I mean it. You need to find a real job and support your family. Thank you so much. I really am sorry for this. I know that I'm always bothering you for help, but I want to let you know that we really appreciate it. I mean, you know that I had to drop out of high school to have Erin, so I never even got my diploma. I'm sure that you must think I'm an idiot. Lana, of course I don't think that you're an idiot. I don't think that at all. But I think you need to learn to work just a little bit harder. And if your level of education really bothers you, then have you ever thought of getting a GED or something like that? I'm sure that having a document like that would help a lot with finding jobs that you would like more. I just don't even know if there would be any point in all that and me getting something like that at my age and where I'm at in life. I think that whether or not it's worth it is up to the individual to decide for themselves. But you should know that there are a lot of jobs to be had out there, and they're not all bad. Either way, I think getting a GED could only help improve your situation. You really think so? Well, okay, I'll go a little more thinking about it in that case. I suppose you're right. I can't always be relying on you to come and help me when I need it. Well, I just hope that you and Rick can find jobs that work well for you soon. Even if you don't work full-time, even a few part-time jobs can go a long way. But the important thing is that you're both working. You understand that, right? Yes, I understand completely. If you wouldn't mind just sending the money to the usual account that you've sent it to in the past. And thanks again for everything. It really does mean so much to me. Hey there, Vicky. I was just wondering if you wouldn't mind sending us another $2,000? Wait, what? But I just gave you all some money last month, didn't I? Yes, you did, but I decided to take your advice and go for getting my GED. There's an online course that I've started taking to study for the test and everything. Wait, really? You mean you actually listened to advice that I had to give you? That's a little surprising. Well, I really took it to heart. I want to change myself and be able to feel more confident. I think feeling like I finally finished high school is going to be a huge step for me in doing that. Besides, I can't always be relying on you and Rick for everything now, can I? Well, if that's really what you need some extra money for, then I guess I can make an exception and help you. But you have to promise me that you're going to follow through with this and that you won't quit in the middle. Yes, that's completely fair. I promise that I won't do any of that and I'll see the whole thing through. By the way, have you heard at all from Erin lately? Yes, actually I got a message from her recently and I realized just how long it had been since we last talked. It was really nice to catch up with her. That's great to hear. Did she say anything to you at all? Well, we talked about a lot of different things. Is there something in particular that you're asking about? I just mean was just polite and well-behaved in what she was talking to you about? Yeah, of course she was. She was telling me about what she wanted to do after high school and stuff like that. Oh, I see. So that's what the two of you were talking about. She doesn't talk about any of that with Rick and I. But I guess she doesn't really think much of us as parents. I think she sees right through our money problems. Lana, please, you shouldn't put yourself down like that. I mean, you're the one raising Erin, and I think that's a feat in itself. I know, but having Erin was the whole reason that our parents decided to take me out of their will completely. Well, that's not entirely fair, right? I mean, Mom was helping you at first, but you told her not to tell you what to do, and then you ran away. I know, but I was just so young and stupid then. I really didn't know at all what I was getting myself into. I know, but even so, you made the choice yourself, and that choice still has consequences today. But I really don't think that I could have done what you did. Maybe I just hate change too much. Who knows, maybe that's why I don't have a boyfriend. Vicky, I really am sorry if I had said some rude things the last time that we talked. You know that I wasn't trying to fight with you at all, right? Oh, it's okay. I know that you were just being honest with me. Besides, I'm sure having to ask for help just naturally makes you more defensive. I think you might be right about that, but I want you to know that I really am going to try from here on out. And I have a really good feeling about how things are going to work out. I know it's going to be difficult and challenging, but I'm actually excited for the first time in a long time to be learning something. I just want to be a mom that my daughter can be proud of. Well, I think that if those are the feelings behind you making this choice for yourself, then there's no way you can fail. You have my full support in this, okay, Lana? Thank you so much, Vicky, but it's not just Erin. I want to be a daughter that Mom and Dad can be proud of, too. All my life I've relied on you whenever I needed help. I can't imagine that Mom and Dad have any reason to feel proud of anything I've accomplished. Well, I'm sure that doing this is really going to help your relationship with our parents. And I'll be there to support you all the way through, okay? Thank you so much for doing all that you do for me, Vicky. If you could please just send the money to the usual account, I'll let you know when the course official starts. Great, please do that. And if you ever need any help studying or anything like that, just let me know. Of course. By the way, Rick is also going to start working through a temp agency, so I really think things are going to get better. Oh, well, that is also just really great to hear. I'm glad that you're so optimistic for this. Well, if we didn't do this, then we wouldn't be able to keep living in our house even, but yes, hopefully this ends our financial worries for a while. You'll be hearing from me again soon, Vicky. Thanks again. Hey, Aunt Vicky, are you there? Do you have some time to talk to me? Oh, Erin, what a lovely surprise. Of course we can talk. Is everything okay? I was just wondering if you were already done working for the day. If you're still busy, then we can have this conversation at another time. I don't mind. I was actually just about to head home, so you reached out to me at the perfect time. Thank you for asking, though. Your mom was asking to make sure you were being polite with me the other day, and I told her that you always are. But you don't have to worry about whether I'm at work or not. I always enjoy getting to talk with you. I know, but I just heard from my mom that you were really, really busy with work is all. I am busy, yes, but I wouldn't say that I'm any more busy than anyone else who works for me. Anyways, what did you want to talk to me about? Is there something on your mind? Well, I just thought you should know that I'm looking for a job. I dropped out of high school and I want to work now. Wait, what? What do you mean? Are you serious about that, Erin? And so that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Even if it's part-time work, I'm open for anything. I just want to save up enough money so that I can move out and live on my own already. Now, hold on just one moment. So you really dropped out of school just to work? Why would you do something like that? Did something happen at school that made you want to quit? Is everything okay? I wouldn't say that everything is okay, but it didn't have anything to do with school, if that's what you want to know. I see, but then what did happen to make you want to go and do something like this? I just need money right now. I need to pay for food and utilities and stuff. You mean even right now at home? But that can't be right. Your mom told me that you all were doing okay. Well, the truth is that neither my mom or dad have been home at all in the past 6 months. Apparently, they've even stopped paying the rent for the house, so I was told that I have until the end of the month to move out. Hold on a second, you're telling me that both your mom and dad haven't been home at all in the past half a year? And that you've been living at home by yourself since then? Just how have you been supporting yourself? Well, when I started high school, I also went out looking for some part-time work, but doing that in school, I was only able to make a couple $100 a month. So all my work really just went to putting off the inevitable now that I'm completely out of money. There is no way that you would be able to cover the utilities, groceries, and whatever else you might need with so little money. I know, and school has been so much more difficult than I thought. I tried to send a text to my mom asking for help, but she only sends me $100 every now and then. But ever since I texted her telling her that I'm about to be kicked out of the house, she hasn't responded to me at all. I'm all alone. Erin, I want you to know that I am going to go over and pick you up right now. Wait, you're going to come all the way here? But isn't it a really long drive for you? It's a bit far, but I'll still be able to make it there before midnight. I want you to start packing up your bags and pick some things that you want to keep. You're going to live with me from now on. You really mean it? You really don't mind if I go and live with you, Aunt Vicky? Of course you can come and live with me. You didn't think that I was just going to leave you in such a horrible situation, right? Thank you so much, Auntie. I don't know what else to say. Well, I was just thinking that you and I hardly ever see each other, but now I realize that I should have been keeping a much closer eye on you. I am so sorry you're going through all of this. I really had no idea any of this was happening. I guess that means I can finally make up my mind. Make up your mind about what, sweetie? What are you talking about? I mean that this whole time I thought that no matter how bad my parents were, that I could never just forget about them because they were my parents. I knew that they weren't the most responsible people, but they were mine, even if they hardly ever paid any attention to me. I was so patient with them, always giving them second chances and trusting them, but now that they've done this, I know exactly how they really feel about me. Oh, Erin, no child your age should have been going through what you are now. You should have adults in your life who you can count on. I hope you know that I'll always be there for you. I mean, you aren't even legally an adult. I know that both you and your mom might think being in high school means you're a grown-up, but there's a lot to learn. Well, thank you so much for wanting to be there for me, Auntie. It really does mean so much. I guess I'll go and start packing up my things. But you should know that you are not going to be working at my company. While you're living with me, you are to concentrate on studying and having fun, and that's that. Vicky, are you there? You're not going to believe this, but Erin stole all our money and ran away. What do you mean? I mean that she stole all of our money and ran away from home. She took all that we had and left us without even a single penny. I was wondering when I was going to hear from you again, actually. I can't say I'm surprised you're coming to me like this. Like this? Like what? What do you mean by that? I mean that you were probably just about to ask me if I couldn't send you a little money for help with all of this, right? But, I mean, this isn't our fault. We were robbed. Don't you get it? She took all our money and then ran away. It's funny you say that because she's been living with me for the past month. So I really just have no idea what you're talking about. Hold on. You're telling me that Erin is living at your house now? That's right. But she's been here long enough for me to know that there's no way she could have stolen your money. Besides, I know that you lied to our parents about us. You said that I never help you out, you begged them for money and told them never to bring it up with me. So basically, you've been double-dipping in all the money you've convinced people to send you. No, it isn't like that at all. I just didn't want you to be burdened with supporting us single-handedly. Oh, please, I already know that Rick hasn't had a job in years, or at least nothing even part-time in the last 6 months. Instead, you two have been traveling abroad, isn't that right? Probably going from country to country where the exchange rate is good and living off all the money you've gotten. You even left your own daughter behind just so you would have one less mouth to feed on your trips. But the only reason I was ever sending you money was because I wanted to make sure that Erin had all that she would need to succeed. Well, it's not like we left her homeless. Besides, she is old enough to work. That doesn't matter. She just started high school and you left her at home to fend for herself for months. Besides, don't you know that Erin can only afford to go to the school she's going to because they offered her a scholarship? She isn't going to public school. And if she can't do her work, then she won't hold on to her scholarship. Erin was just about to drop out, just like you, before she reached out to me. Hold on a second, I didn't know any of that. You can't blame me if Erin didn't tell me that about the school that she was going to. Even if you were telling the truth, that still just proves that you're not fit to take care of Erin anymore. I am going to tell our parents about this and make sure that you are never in a position to ruin Erin's life again. After that, I spoke to my parents, who said they always thought that I had some kind of grudge against my sister. I explained how she tricked us both to get the most money she could. I explained about how they had left behind Erin for money while they were traveling around in the countries where their dollars would go the farthest, all while taking side jobs here and there to tide themselves over. Of course, we all agreed to stop giving them any more money. When they came back from their trip, their apartment was already being rented to someone else, and they had nowhere to go. They begged our parents to let them stay with them, but they refused. In the end, both of them had to quickly find jobs and moved into a tiny apartment that they could barely afford. As for Erin, I spoke with her school and explained to them all that had been going on for the past 6 months. They agreed, in light of the circumstances, to let her keep her scholarship and continue her studies. I told the school that I would be taking guardianship of Erin and I would make sure that she always focused on school.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.